My name is Audrey Alison. Thanks for joining me for your April 2017 forecast for the month. I have some great news that I'll share with you while I'm shuffling in between the Astro and Tarot portion, but let's get to it. This is a month of retrogrades. So please watch your Sun, your Ascendant, and your Moon sign for a full scope. On the 2nd of April, Venus is retrograding deeper into Pisces. She's been retrograde since March 4th. So from the 2nd of April through the 15th of April, she'll be affecting the area of your chart where this has to do with your home and foundation and the connection with your mother. And Venus retrograde here could see a lot of the feminine, maternal connections of family come into play. And some Sagittarians are reviewing the decor in your environment, the fabrics and design and beautification of this area. Oop, I dropped a card. Let me pick that up and show you what it is. Maybe not the best card, but nonetheless, when cards fall, I like to show. 5 of Swords, feeling a little bit regretful or maybe even mournful. We'll see how that might apply eventually. I don't want to base too much on it though. It's just a little accident. But some of you are reviewing the relationship with mother. Maybe some of you are mournful about mom, but that doesn't have anything to do with Venus. I'm just applying that card for a second. Now on the 6th, we have Saturn in your sign retrograding. So the good news, Sag, is that Saturn, you've been going through your Saturn return, especially the Sagittarius risings. The Sagittarius ascendant actually is experiencing the Saturn return in the first house. On a solar level, yes, Sagittarius Sun is experiencing that as well, but if you're lucky enough to know the time of your birth, you can decipher your ascendant, your rising sign, and that actually depicts the first house on your natal chart. That's where it begins, you're at your ascendant. So some Sagittarians might not be experiencing their Saturn return looking at the natal chart. That's why it's so important to watch your rising sign. Now, if you don't know it, this absolutely applies to the solar energy. But having Saturn retrograde, good news, he's out of this sign mid-December, December 21, I believe, or 17th, December 21. But before he gets there, he'll be retrograding through August 25th in the first house of self and body. And this is a review and even more of a restrictive energy, and it could apply to diet and what you are feeding the body as far as fuel. There's some oppression with this retrograde, and a Sagittarian does not like to feel restricted. You know, you are the traveler, you are the explorer, and you're a fire sign. You're hard to tame, trust me. I know, I knew a Sagittarius very well once, but they don't want to stay put. That's interesting. He used to tell me to settle down. Anyway. This could be oppressive, and Sagittarians don't like that. Sagittarians don't like oppressive energy. So this could, see you kind of wanting to break free a little bit from anything too tight, even on the body itself, the first house. And it could apply differently. It could see you want to, I'm really drawn to diet, something with food and what you're ingesting. It might be switched up in that review process, limited, because Saturn is limitations. Fun. We'll see how that goes. Going direct on the 25th of August at 21 degrees of Sag, and then you've got 9 degrees remaining between August 25th and mid-December, and then Saturn is donezo with the Saturn return, and that's a good thing. You won't see him revisit the first house for another 30 years. So that'll be good. There's a light, a light at the end of the tunnel. On the 9th of April, we have our Mercury retrograde. So that's at 4 degrees of Taurus. And Again, Mercury review in the health sector. Communications and could go awry. I wouldn't really book your doctor's appointments between April 9th and May 3rd. A lot of miscommunication, misinformation. You'll have to redo blood work. You could have tests that have to be done again, or sometimes this has even happened where they present you with the wrong x-rays and you're like, who's this? They're like, oops, that kind of technology glitch or slip up could occur in the health sector. Also, maybe the route, the routine, your work, the structure of your day could be up in arms. This is when you're going to see a lot of orange cones on the way to work, a lot of detours with Mercury retrograde in the 6th house and in the 3rd house that happens, but 6th I've noticed too. The route is getting interfered with here. So keep plenty of time prepared for daily work and routines and daily chores that you're scheduling in, because things could be taking longer than expected. On the 11th, we have our full moon at 21 degrees of Libra, and this full moon is conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Libra, your ruling planet. And a full moon in this sector could see the end of a club or a social connection that you no longer have time for, that is no longer serving your best interest. And a full moon in the 11th could see an end of a friendship. You might be outdated. What's the word I'm looking for? You're outliving it. You've surpassed this connection. It's run its course. And this full moon is conjunct Jupiter, so it's a pretty expanded awareness here. This ending will be seen in this sector for you. You'll feel it's illuminated, okay? Let's put it that way. It's illuminated for Sagittarius. What needs to go in terms of friendship, goals, clubs, groups. Maybe some membership dues aren't receiving your membership going into halfway through April, after the full moon of the 11th. That's your dues and your clubs. So some of them are outlived. That's the word. They're outlived. You don't need them anymore. On the 19th, the sun, the life force, entering into Taurus. That's in the 6th house of health again. Routine, diet, wherever the sun goes, that's where we follow. Conjunct the Mercury retrograde in Taurus. So health for Sagittarian is where your awareness is as well. That's where the light is shining. And taking care of the routine is important for Sagittarius. Maintaining the structure within your day. Even though we're only in the present moment, make every moment manifest and structure these hours within your day is what I'm getting. On the 20th, Pluto's retrograding at 19 degrees of Capricorn in your money sector through September 28th. There's an intensity to getting a review of your finances, getting your budget in order, an intense drive in the money sector. And a few of you, if some Sagittarians might be restructuring the money, putting it in different areas, putting an end to some form that's holding your money, some structure that could be holding finances and moving it into something else, change with Pluto, changing where the money is. It's a long retrograde, so you have time with this. It's probably not going to happen exactly on that day, but Pluto has been here for quite a while. So Sagittarius already knows their relationship with money. There's a strong connection here for over a decade with your finances. On the 21st, Mars enters Gemini. I love this placement. Mars is the planet of action and desire and stamina and assertion, and it is in the 7th house of relationships for Sagittarius, and Gemini is your polar opposite. And this is your soulmate sector through June 4th. Gemini and Sag really get along. So Mars in this sector, it makes you more expressive in your relationships. You could be very talkative to the right partner. You could have action towards monogamy and making things official in relationship. On the 26th, the new moon at 6 degrees of Taurus is conjunct the Sun and the Mercury retrograde. So initiating a new health routine after the review here, something can be implemented on the 26th. New classes for the body, Pilates, a physical therapist, a personal trainer, implementing new roles into the job. The 6th house of your daily routine. You're perfecting that this month, Sag. On the 28th, Venus makes a transit into Aries in the 5th house of romance. Ooh, this works for Sagittarians looking to link up, looking for perhaps a connection, an attraction, someone to date, lighthearted energy. You've got Mars in your relationship sector and then Venus in your romance and fun sector, the 5th house of leisure and pleasure. So Sag, that works for you, and anything that touches fire will trine you. That is Aries. Venus is trining any placements you have in Sagittarius, your sun, your rising or moon. So this will work through June 6th with bringing in the right partners. Sometimes we have placements that enhance the attraction, sometimes we don't. This is one of those things that can work for you. Everything can work for you. But this is something where you're looking for a new love interest. I have good feelings for Sag about this. I'm going to be shuffling the Morgan Greer tarot deck for the tarot portion. And I'd like to tell you about a e-course that I just finished writing and publishing called The Magic of Tarot, Connecting Mind, Body, and Soul. It is my first written and published online course, and the link below that says Seeking Bliss online, I believe, it's directing you to the course registration and the description of the course, which is a Mystery School of the Goddess course. I'm so proud to be connected with that platform. And if you're interested in taking my course, it is a sneak peek into my world here of tarot and how I connect with my own cards, my ritual, what I do, and some of my spreads. And it's fun, so consider that. But let's get to the cards for Sagittarius for the month of April and see what comes up. First card, Strength. These are a little sticky, these cards. Strength, okay. This is absolutely the 6th house of health and getting stronger. Routine, stamina, Mars in Gemini, strength and stamina for relationship, strength and stamina for health. Page of Cups, little message coming in the Mercury retrograde for Sagittarius. Some of you could be hearing from an old emotional connection. Some of you could be hearing from a younger child. Some of you have a message that's coming in a very strong way, that you always have the choice whether or not you choose to receive it. There are delete buttons on all forms of communication. Let's see what else comes up. Here's some fire, Queen of Fire, Sagittarius, female or male, but you know, it's queen, so let's just go with it. Hey, and for those of you men who refer to yourself as queen, you know who this is. The Queen of Fire gets it done. She's creativity, she's action, she is the sun in Aries, she is the Sagittarius female, she's a traveler, she's very independent. She doesn't need a lot of people around her to get shit done either. And, you know, this is a fire sign card of Leo, the strength card. So you've got fire up in this reading right here. Let's see. Ooh, hi. 7th house of relationship and the 5th house of romance. 2 of Cups. This is a card, look at them. They only see each other. They don't even see the forest around them. I could see Sagittarius easily linking up with a partner from the 21st of April through the 6th of June, and maybe even more so May 4th through June 6th, because Mercury will be direct, and then it's really smooth sailing. I mean, you can connect it with anyone at any time. I'm reading how the astrology could benefit or enhance these opportunities. There's a message coming to you, and maybe this invitation, these 2 cup cards, this is an emotional invitation. Maybe it's the date itself. They give you a call. Strong cards describing you, Sag. You have all you need around you to manifest. She's wrangling the head of that lion, little kitty cat there, and she's got her hand around this staff. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Now, this is the second reading. I am channeling a psalm from the Bible, which really isn't my default programming. So I know I'm being told this, somehow receiving this message, this message for you. Sorry, and the strength card just flew right the hell out. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Look, I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I met you. You comfort me. Oh, this is like getting, I'm getting all in your business, but I think that some of you are going to connect in a great way, and maybe it's that you receive a call and you're glad that they reached out to you. It's a comforting message, and maybe it's a message of emotional connection, because the cups rule emotions. Look at that. You've got fire and cups, attraction and passion and creativity and emotional, receptive energy. You don't have any swords. You don't have any coins. I think your focus, Sag, is on your relationship to self and others. 6th house of health, body, routine. 7th, 5th house of connection, romance, and entrepreneurial endeavors as well. For those of you who are working on your own, you have fire on your side. You have strength. You might be weight training too, physically getting fit, physically getting stronger, Sagittarius. That's my interpretation of this. I hope that you had a great reading, and I'm wishing you a sweet April. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.